Hey guys, I wanted to do one last build video on this Woody FPV quadcopter and just show a little more detail about the camera pod and the FPV equipment and how it all goes together and the way I set it up on this particular quad. So here's a shot of the quad with the FPV pod removed, and let's go ahead and look at the frame for just a minute here. So you can see I've got a couple of strips of Velcro. That's what actually holds the pod on there, and all the videos that I'm posting this is how it's attached, and it's survived fast rolls and flips without any problems so far. And then here's my 12 volt lead that connects to the power, which connects to the LC filter on the pod itself, and then the lead that connects to my 4-channel receiver. So two plug-ins and Velcro, and I pulled the pod right off of the quad there. So here's the pod. I went into a little bit of detail about how I made the pod itself, some EPP foam with some hot glued 1/8 inch light plywood on top of that. And then here on this side I have the LC filter. This is one I purchased from, I think it was Ready to Fly Quads. It's like $3. So that powers, it goes into a Y, it powers the transmitter as well as the camera with 12 volts from the step down that's on the body there. And then here's the plug where I plug in the power. And then on the back, right in through there is where I connect my lead that connects to the D4R FR Sky transmitter. Here's the video transmitter strapped to the back. TS5823, 200 milliwatt or milliwatt, 5.8, and a homemade antenna, circular polarized antenna with 3 lobes on it. So far those have been working out fine for me. They're cheap to make, and they work really well. Then I got a strap here that holds the Mobius on, which is not, of course, is not installed at the moment, and that holds it on to the top, along with some Velcro to help hold it on there. So this entire thing, unplugging the receiver and then the power supply, Velcro on the bottom, pulls right off of the quad. So in theory, and I'm actually in the process of working on a new build, I can just take this entire thing, including the receiver, connect it to another quadcopter, and eliminate the need for buying all of this equipment. I've got a camera, a video transmitter, and a receiver, along with the LC filter, completely interchangeable with another quad entirely. Antennas come along with it, and they're already set up, and they remain set up. I can maintain that same camera angle on all the quads that I put this on. And so far for me, this has really been nice. It's worked out really well. So maybe that'll give you some ideas of some things that you can do for your builds, and it'll just cut down the cost. You know, you can have several different airframes and try them all with the same camera equipment and everything, and it takes you less than 1 minute to take this thing off and put it on another quad. So let's talk just a little bit before I wrap this up. In my previous videos, some of the build videos, I talked about the underneath here, the 12 volt step down that I installed, and I said that it won't operate with less than, I think it was 14 volts. So I had to put another lead on there to run the quad off of 3S, and I found out that it does happen to work even with a 3S battery, that 12 volt step down. It's kind of interesting, and I'm not sure if it's safe, because I've been checking it with a voltmeter, and when I check it with a voltmeter, when I have a 3S pack, I check the output of the 12 volt step down, I'm getting readings like 4.5 volts, and it flickers and bounces around. So honestly, I don't know if it's safe or not, but I've had half a dozen flights with it. 3S pack on here connected to this 12 volt step down for supplying the FPV pod, the camera equipment, and it's worked just fine. I haven't noticed any problems whatsoever. So I probably did not need to install that extra lead and interchange or change between the two when I go from 4S to 3S and back and forth. So just in case you guys are building something that has that setup, might want to give it a try on the ground and see how it works for you, because it's been flawless for me so far. Even though I have a 12 volt step down connected to a 12 volt power supply, it still seems to be working. Some of you guys out there may have some deeper knowledge on that situation, but I'm just going off of trial and error, and so far it's been good. So that'll wrap it up for the Woody FPV quad videos, build videos, and I hope you all enjoyed them. Get some good ideas. Let me show you real quick before I cut out how this goes back on there. It's pretty complicated and difficult. Connect the wire here, connect my receiver wire in the back, and I'm done. Throw a battery on there, I'm ready to go fly. So thanks for watching the videos, guys. I really appreciate it, and hope this will help you out, give you some good ideas. Have a good one.